I'm Seth Feinberg, Managing Editor of Accounting Web. We are here on the very first full day of Accountex 2016, and I have with me none other than the Countess of Communication, Geni Whitehouse. Geni, thanks for coming by the booth.
Hi, Seth. It's great to be here. It's a wonderful conference.
So we're asking the folks who are coming by a pressing question, and we're getting towards the end of the year, and nobody comes to conferences necessarily to stay the same. So what do you believe is the one key change that firms should be making in the coming year?
I think it's the same key change we've needed for a lot of years, and that is to teach people how to communicate. It's time with the tools that we have, the tools that we're all researching and finding out about. The services are going to be delivered in a different way, and if we can't explain and communicate about what it is we're doing, we're going to lose traction and we're going to lose audience and we're not going to have clients eventually. So I think now more than ever, the communication skills that we're so sorely lacking as a profession are important. We've got to figure it out. We've got to figure out how to get the tools that make the information available to us, but then talk about it. We've got to get way better about explaining what all this information means.
Give us a couple of tips, and obviously this is the world that you live in. Give us a couple of tips, to kind of begin to do that. It's one thing to just say, all right, well, we got to communicate better, but okay, and clearly there are a lot of tools out there, but give us just a couple of quick steps. Like, okay, 2017, you're planning for next year. What are a couple of steps that they should be taking?
Number one thing you do, and the only marketing that our firm does, so we have a firm in Napa Valley, we market to wineries. The number one way we get the message out is training classes. So if you're a CPA, you're good at training, you understand concepts, you need to teach a class. But don't teach a regular or boring class, make it fun and interesting, and use interesting examples. Tell your story, and put some personality in it, and do it using things that are accounting concepts, but they don't have to be done in a very dry, flat, and mundane way. And then that will set you apart from all the other accountants out there and people who aren't offering training. It's a really easy way to get your story out.
When we talk about tools, anything specific for firms to look at?
Well, tools to talk about. So, we're implementing tools like T-Sheets and Expensify, and we're doing Mile IQ, which is a phone app. We're doing, any dashboard tool. We're looking at Fathom. We're using LivePlan. We're talking about, all these tools we have at our disposal. They're no good if we're just doing them in the office and not sharing what we see. We're not helping people make sense of all that information. So a training class on 5 tech tips that you need to know between now and April would be a great way for a firm to get it noticed and to get connected to their clients.
And in terms of outreach, direct mail, your thoughts?
So direct mail is a way, actually, in today's market to get noticed because it's different. Most people are doing email communication, but the problem we have as firms is we need a list. Very few firms have a great list they can use. They don't know how to make the contact, so it's hard to mail to people that you don't know. You can buy a mailer for a local market, but I think you need to take it to the web, put something up in a place where people can find you.
Geni, thanks so much.